what's up, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to a short but informative video. This time we've got a card discussion for you guys. The card I want to discuss is Time's Choice Supreme Kai of Time. So this is a new Overrealm 3 common coming out from the set 4 Colossal Warfare. It comes out July 13th, a little less than 2 weeks from now. When you play this card using Overrealm, look it up to the top 3 cards of your deck, choose one battle card from among them and add it to your hand, then place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's what the card does. The reason I want to discuss it is because in decks that aren't completely Overrealm reliant, or the main strategy isn't Overrealm, like Xenotrunks, like Mass Saiyan, like Demigra, like Mira, black cards usually serve more of like a utility role in a lot of main decks. So here are a couple of other cards that are really popular right now, or at the kind of conception of Overrealm. So Time Patrol Trunks was the most viable Overrealm card when it first came out in the middle of set 2 format. This is a 2 to 3 of in every Soul Striker deck, every Vegeta deck, every Mecha Frieza deck. So that card was always really popular when it first came out. It was hovering around the $30 to $20 mark, 30 at its most played time. In the same Villains expansion set, we had the Mass Saiyan and the Mysterious Warrior, which is essentially a 1-drop 20k double striker that could remove anything on the board up to a cost of 5. It could also remove multiple things. So those two cards came out kind of at the same time. Those were the first two Overrealm cards that were just put in main decks for utility. Then we had the Increasing Evil Mass Saiyan, that is another utility card. It is an Overrealm 4 for 1 energy. You can play it, take a life, and then warp one of your opponent's battle cards up to a cost 5. That's another kind of popular utility card. Then we have the Scientist Fu, which is out of the Tournament Pack 3. 1-drop 25k double striker, Overrealm 7, draw 2 cards. So these 4 cards here are pretty popular in terms of Overrealm utility in a lot of main decks. But this Time Choice Supreme Kai of Time is going to be, in my opinion, an excellent budget option for players. Being a common out of set 4, it's going to have a very similar effect to Time Patrol Trunks, but it's only going to cost at most like 10 cents, which is really great for players. So what Time Patrol Trunks does is, when it comes into play using Overrealm, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose one of those cards, place them in your hand. The other card you can put on the top or bottom of your deck. So the really cool thing with this card back in the day was it would replace itself, which the Supreme Kai of Time also does. But you could choose to either stack your deck with the other card, so this way your next turn you could draw it, or you can super combo into it, or Awaken Leader swing into it, or you could get the card to the bottom of your deck if you just didn't want to see it. And it was a 15k body that could threaten your opponent, or you could combo it into a different attack in order to fill your grave for your next Overrealm play. Time's Choice Supreme Kai of Time is going to fill a very similar role. So its effect is slightly different. So what it does is, when you play it using Overrealm, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 battle card from your hand, and it can only be a battle card. It cannot be an extra card, which is slightly different. I don't think it's a game breaker on the card at all, but you can't search any negates, you can't search any counterplays. But what you can do is you can dig really deep, 1 card deeper than Time Patrol Trunks. You can dig for those combo pieces you need. You can dig for those super combos. So I really like that aspect of it. And the other thing is, you have to put the other cards on the bottom of the deck. So again, not game breaking at all, but you will not be able to stack your deck for a future draw. You'll have to put both those cards on the bottom of the deck. With those two differences being said, I think it is a great budget choice, Time Patrol Trunks. Even now, when Time Patrol Trunks isn't seeing a whole lot of play, it's still hovering around the $8 $9 mark. And this card, Time's Choice Supreme Kai of Time, fills an incredibly similar role. It replaces itself. It has a body that threatens an Awakened Leader, and you can combo it into an attack for a 5k combo in order to start feeling your drop, and it doesn't clog your deck with 10k combos. So I'm really happy that Bandai decided to print a card like this. It's going to be really nice, especially the foil version. Look out for that foil version. Pick them up while I'm sure they'll be cheap in the beginning. But I think it's a really great budget option for players that maybe can't afford some of these promo cards that are really good Overrealm utility, but need something to fit in their deck so they can get more plays off. So I'm really happy that Time's Choice Supreme Kai of Time is coming out. I think it's going to be a great budget option for players. Stay tuned for it and pick up your foils while they're cheap. So with that being said, this has been Joey from Crossroad TCG, and we'll see you next time.